Alrighty, looks like we're live. Give me just a second and we'll get things going. Alrighty, I think we're about ready to get things going. Give me just 1 second here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the game started. So how's everybody doing in chat today? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and stop that. That's definitely gonna get me copyright claimed. The first one doesn't. Alright, so how's everyone in chat doing today? Y'all read any good comic books? I still haven't read much for my weekly haul. I read Superman Unlimited. Having John back as Superboy, that's been hype. I read the new Ultimate Reborn issue last night while I was at the gym. That was kind of eh. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It seems like they're not fully intent on giving up on the Ultimate Universe yet. I don't know. We'll see what they do with it. Definitely some kind of hanging thread there. But anyway, to get to the game, I've really been enjoying it. It's been forever since it feels like a real superhero game has come out. Like, I think the last one that I would say that I really got anything out of would have been like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. A game like the Marvel Cosmic whatever thing that came out, the like pixel art one, it's like okay, but it doesn't feel like a real game. This is the thing, the old school Lego games, I don't necessarily know that they felt like real games either, but this is like such a step above that it really does feel like, genuinely feels like, I don't know, more authentic as a game. It doesn't feel like a mobile game, it feels like a genuine video game. Does that make sense? What's good, Riz? Yeah, I haven't read Absolute Green Arrow yet. I still need to get around to that. Oh shit, did I need to take the starting soon thing off. There we go. There we go, that's better. Oh, I forgot to turn the VTuber on too. There we go. Alright, what's up everybody? But yeah, Absolute Green Arrow, that's at the top of my stack. Like, I've got Absolute Flash, Absolute Green Arrow at the top. Then, let me see what's underneath that. So, Abs Flash, Absolute Arrow, then Venom, the new issue of Teen Titans, Fantastic Four, new issue of Spider-Man, New World's Finest, and then Batwoman. So, that's my stack. That's what I still gotta read through. I'll probably try and knock all that out to later tonight after stream.
Red Hood 1 put something in this bear, but what? Let's analyze.
Activision really spoiled us in the 2000s with the early Spider-Man and X-Men games. Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, like, they would come out with like 15 different games, and only 5 of them would be good, right? But 5 of them would be good, and now they only come out with 5 games, and only 1 of them's good. So like even with the quantity over quality approach, we're still getting shittier games. Riz hates bow and arrow superheroes, but likes where it's going. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not really sure what to think of it. I saw someone saying something about how they were turning Slade, and yeah, I talked a little bit about it on our Discord. I'm curious about the direction they're taking things. Okay, I gotta smash up at least one more thing, I think. There we go.
That's everything we need for the workbench. Time to build. Let's try this out.
I can't tell if this is just me overthinking it or not, but I see stuff like this workbench and I'm like, oh yeah, does this game run on Unreal Engine? Are they reusing assets from Lego Fortnite? Because playing this game sometimes, the way that the characters jump and the way they kind of float, like Lego Fortnite always felt like an extension of Lego Star Wars. You know what kind of started with Lego Star Wars in like 2005? But I don't know. This feels like an extension of that even more. Let's see, don't want to upgrade battery. It's fucking forcing me to buy the first one again. Okay. I hate it when games do this. When it's like, okay, we're going to let you buy your first upgrade, but we're going to force you to buy the one that we want you to buy.
This is taking too long.
Sorry to eavesdrop, Master Bruce. If you're looking for more competent technology, maybe you should pay a visit to an old family friend at Wayne Tower. Just a thought.
Alright, we're entering Lucius Fox.
Jim,
that came out
back
wrong.
To the city.
I guess your computer's about as good as mine then.
I got a friend with a better one. Let's go.
I like that they had the pole there. You don't see that very often anymore. Oh, there's a mini kit. Can I go back up to get it? Nope, nope, it's not letting me go back up. Damn. If I can glide at this point in the game, I don't think I can yet. I think I'm still in like the extended tutorial of the game. But if I can glide, I haven't figured out how yet. I don't think I've unlocked it yet. I think that's what it is. Let me see. Yeah, I think someone told me that this is just the tutorial island. That once you unlock the other game, the other parts of it, you're kind of out of the tutorial.
Let's roll.
Oh my god, I forgot that I switched it to the Batman Beyond Batmobile. That's a little funny. Alright, 2005 load times are back.
We're heading to South Island.
Huh. Convenient timing. They just reopened the bridge.
I'm gonna change the Batmobile. Let me see. How do I do it? I don't think I can do that until I get out of it. Trying to remember. Okay, vehicle options, got it. I'm gonna try the Arkham Knight one. I don't think I've used that one yet.
Let's roll.
One of the things I talked about last stream, I really like how the when it spawns in, it's like Lego bricks building it. That's really cool.
To luxury department stores, fancy museums, and mediocre hot dogs.
Mediocre? You're from Chicago.
I am. Which means I'm qualified. The Gotham can't do hot dogs right.
Well, at least we've got better pizza.
I ain't doing this. Let's just meet your contact.
Leaving the vehicle would be a bad idea.
I still can't believe it. What a night! Carmine Falcone behind bars.
Any thoughts on the Mandalorian movie? Man, I'm torn.
I mean,
Oh, hey, you hungry?
I'll talk a little bit more about that in a
I'm
second.
starved. And don't suppose you get too many hot dogs living in a cave.
I feel like the Mandalorian movie, I don't even think the movie is going to be bad. I just think they're blowing it with the marketing. The fact that they're relying on a fucking gulp shitto from the Clone Wars movie that, like, no one fucking, like... They need casual audiences who watched The Mandalorian to go buy tickets to the movie, right?
Mr. Lucius Fox. No.
Applied.
But I'm not convinced that's going to end up happening. You know, based on, oh, the villain is just this fucking gulp shitto from the Clone Wars. I don't know.
Wayne. You are not gonna believe this.
Tasteful thickness of it. It even has a
Hey,
watermark.
you seen a guy about my height dressed as a bat?
Hang
Was that a
on,
fucking American Psycho reference?
A bat? No. Sorry, officer.
Could have sworn he came in here.
It's called memory cloth. Pass a current through it. Make it any shape you want.
Any shape.
Above you is a carbon bi-weave glider, developed for the GCPD.
Why didn't they put it into production?
Let's just say, donut consumption in Gotham has pushed the average cop beyond...
Yeah, there's no money shot in
dynamic.
any of the trailers.
And they cost 300 grand. Now, let's see if we can't work out what your little friend is made of. So, what's your interest in it, Mr. Wayne? The bear, I mean.
Look, I'd rather nobody knew about...
Mr. Wayne, if you don't want to tell me exactly what you're doing when I'm asked, I don't have to lie.
That
Okay, but to get to what you were saying about the Mandalorian.
happen, right?
Yeah, it's like they're relying on hype and aura alone to sell that fucking movie. They're relying on the cuteness of Baby Yoda oohing and awing. And you know what, the thing is that might actually work
That be
to some extent, but I don't know. It would work to get moms to watch The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. I don't think it's gonna work to get them to buy tickets for their entire family to go see The Mandalorian. And also, the last season of Mandalorian like wasn't the best one. If they were coming off of season 1 or season 2 and they were going into a movie, I think they might have a chance. But with the way things are now, like, people aren't very enthusiastic about The Mandalorian in the same way that they were when the show's first or second season came out. I think that's going to be a huge factor in it too. And it's also like I said, they're relying on like shots of like, oh look, it's the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda on a yak. Isn't that fucking cute? And it's stuff like that for the entire trailer. Like, you don't see the Mandalorian fighting anyone. You're not seeing like the Mandalorian with a guy with a lightsaber and the guy with a lightsaber kidnap Baby Yoda. Like something like that. That would get people hyped. That would get them excited. But no, the bad guy for the movie is a fucking Jabba the Hutt's son, right? And then he was kidnapped in the original Clone Wars movie, and Anakin and Obi-Wan and Ahsoka saved him or something, right? And now he's grown up, and now he's the bad guy, because it's, you know, after Episode 6, and Jabba's dead and all, and he's, like, taking Jabba's throne. From my just loose, only reading tweets and people talking about the movie on Reddit, that's what I think the movie is. That's what I know about the movie. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's wrong. But based off that description alone, it doesn't sound like something that's going to be appealing to casuals. Something that would be appealing to casuals is like, and this is the thing, when I say casuals, I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, I'm a hardcore DC fanboy, right? But I'm more of a casual Star Wars fan. So when I say casuals, when I'm talking about Star Wars, I'm talking about myself. Like, I don't really give a shit about Star Wars unless it's a space wizard with a lightsaber running around. I know that, like, and that's the reason I haven't watched Andor, even though, like, everyone's like, oh, man, you'd love Andor. Andor's the best. It's like, I don't care if it doesn't involve space wizards and lightsabers. Like, I barely give a shit about Mandalorian because I care about the Mandalorians, like, lore-wise. I think they're, like, interesting and compelling characters, and I used to think that about fucking, whatchamacallem, too. What's his name? Boba Fett, too. But, then they came out with the Boba Fett show, and, like, the Boba Fett show is genuinely awful. it's not until the very end of the Boba Fett show, like the last part of that series, when you see Boba Fett, when it basically turns into the Mandalorian season 2.5, that's when the Boba Fett show gets good. The Boba Fett show is only good when it doesn't have anything to do with revolving around, like, it's only good when it doesn't have anything to do with Boba Fett. Does that track? Like, I know that's probably a hot take, but, like, that show was rough. Like, that was a drog to get through. The same way that people talk about, whatchamacallit. The same way they talk about, Secret Invasion. That's kind of how I felt watching, watching, Boba Fett. See, that's the thing. I started watching it, The Mandalorian, really just because I was interested in Boba Fett, and then there's a whole thing where it's like, oh, well, Boba Fett isn't actually a real Mandalorian. And, the Mandalorian show and the Boba Fett show kind of expanded on that, like, in a way that I thought wasn't completely annoying. But I've always thought that retcon was, like, kind of stupid. I don't know. There's a bunch of nitpicky bullshit like that in Star Wars that, like, makes it hard to enjoy Star Wars. Like, I remember seeing someone talk about this one time. There was, like, the bread problem inside of Star Wars. And what I mean by that is that you can't just have bread in Star Wars. You have to have, like, lore accurate. You have to call it, like, toasty dough, or, like, so there's no wheat in Star Wars. There's no flour in Star Wars. But there are alien things that are like those things. And because of that, you basically, like, you can't say the word bread, or you can't say milk, but you can have fucking Luke Skywalker milk the fucking blue titty of some alien and, like, suckle an alien's titty. You can do that, but you can't say the word bread. And that shit, that is, like, lore and shitification on another fucking level. It's so frustrating. Like, once you reach that point, you're never gonna please anyone. You basically just kind of have to reboot things, I think. Because you see some of that in, like, Warhammer, you see some of that in, whatchamacallit. I don't know, you see a lot of sci-fi franchises that stretch out too long, that don't have a, like, the thing about...
Power cells are good to go. Just need to
what
hook
would
them
it
up to the
be?
machine.
About Doctor Who. So Doctor Who has a thing kind of built into it where it's like, so the Doctor regenerates, he has a new face, but because the Doctor is always going back in time and always changing things, like, they can meet the first Doctor can meet Leonardo da Vinci, the fourth Doctor can meet Leonardo da Vinci, and the 13th Doctor can meet Leonardo da Vinci. And they can all have different stories with Leonardo da Vinci, because the timeline resets itself, and because probably timey-wimey, you back and change something, blah, 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 blah. It's like how the, David Tennant, his Doctor, has, whatchamacallit. Yeah. David Doctor has, like, specific rules about not changing the timeline ever. And then the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, he changes the timeline all the fucking time, all willy-nilly. So it's like there's gonna be some doctors that overcorrect and never want to do something, and then there are gonna be some doctors that, like, will always break the rules. And it just depends on how his personality changes. But Doctor Who, as a franchise, has, like, that mechanic built into the lore where it can always change and it can always adapt. But that's not really the case for a lot of other stuff. I don't know.
Plural?
I'd be yapping. Yeah, kind of like Power Rangers. Like, any franchise, like DC or Marvel, where you have characters that time travel, you can kind of write off any continuity change or any kind of time, like, Bane gets put in jail in one story, then he's out a couple months later, but there's no story about him breaking out of jail. Whenever that happens, you can just write that up to someone going back in time, stepping on the wrong leaf, and then, you know, butterfly affecting things.
I need a way to cover more ground.
Mando did lose his aura when he gave up the Darksaber.
Way I see it, all this stuff is yours anyway. Feel free to come and go as you please. We're always open for you, Mr. Wayne.
Thanks, Lucius. This glide equipment is about to come in real handy.
I like how the pipes on Wayne Tower make a W, but they also make a bat.
Gordon!
Will you stop doing that? Hey, why did you
I'm not
call
gonna
me?
lie, I may or may not have picked that outfit for Gordon because it made him look like more like Carl Winslow.
Clyde? Whoa. Whoa.
There we go, so there's the
Is your
gliding
helmet
thing.
on too tight? You just threw me off a roof.
We're calibrating our gliders, Jim.
I'm gonna calibrate those ears off if we ever get back to solid ground.
Somehow the gliding is even more
These
like
gliders are
flying than the
game
Arkham
changer, Jim.
games.
We're no longer tied to just patrolling the streets.
The streets is where the crime is.
I do like the city design, the level design and everything like that in the game. It's a pretty game. Like, that's one thing that I could talk shit about Gotham Knights all day, but Gotham Knights did have good art design and good art direction. It had like a super Schumacher vibe to it. The Gotham Knights Gotham City did. And so does this. There's like you see that like flash of purple neon down there.
Let's drop
You
out
wouldn't
to
really
this
see
roof.
that in the Burton movies, but you see it in the Schumacher movies. Like, that's gotta be one thing I really love about this game, that I could yap on about incessantly, and that's that, like,
Let's build something.
I
that is
love
connected.
the art direction, the level design. It's just a total celebration of, like, the last 50, 60, 75, 80, however many years of Batman lore. It's like a Grant Morrison comic book, where it's not like, okay, this is the new thing, and we're going to contradict everything else, and we're going to try and reinterpret and recontextualize. Like, no. It's a celebration of everything. You know, it doesn't try to fix something that isn't broke. I don't know. I just really appreciate what the game is and what it does. Like, one of the things I talked about yesterday was that I grew up with Batman the Animated Series, and the Animated Series was kind of like my my meta contextual Batman. Like, when I think of Batman inside of my head, like, Batman the Animated Series is like the real Batman to me. So, thinking of things like that's kind of how I think, like, you kind of imprint your first impression of whatever franchise from the first thing you watch. Like, for me, it'll always be the 2003 Ninja Turtles, the Transformers Armada, Batman the Animated Series. That's just what I'm always going to think of as, like, the first iterations of these things, like, the definitive versions of them. So there's going to be a lot of kids that somehow Lego Batman is going to be their definitive Batman, and I don't even think that's a bad thing at all. Like, I've always said, the Lego Batman movie is arguably the best Batman movie. Like, I know that's gotta be a hot take, but...
All units, the citizen is getting hassled by some guys in red masks.
I'm doing good. How are you?
That's
I
right
can't
over
complain
there.
too much. And no, I don't watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't watch much anime.
Someone help! These red guys are trying to take my stuff!
I'm trying to think of the last anime that I watched and really got into. This is an older anime, but the last anime that I watched all the way through was Serial Experiments Lain. I love Serial Experiments Lain. So that was a show that was made about like 1994 Japan, after they had first gotten computers, and so it's about the internet, and it's about like forum culture and this girl who sort of like, it's hard to explain, but it's like a psychological thriller to some extent. But it's really good. Like, I can't recommend it enough. Serial Experiments Lain. It's super trippy, but the stuff that it talks about the problems that we would be having in like 2026 on the internet, but the modern internet problems we're having today, it was talking about that in like 1994 Japan. Like, you know that song Digital Insanity? How everyone's like, oh my god, this guy's talking about digital insanity, but he was singing about 1994 dial-up internet and fax machines. He's singing about beepers, you know? That's kind of how I feel about Lane, where it's like, oh my god, it's like they saw all these big problems that would only get worse coming, and they were already having them, already back in like 1994.
Me saying? I'll make you a nice hot cocoa when you get back.
I'm not sure that's mission critical.
With some of those little marshmallows you like.
Affirmative. Over.
helicopter you're after is currently sat at Ace Chemical Processing Plant. It's a nasty old place.
Alright, I gotta try the gliding some.
Jim.
Oh, it's got like the
these
slipstream
chemicals.
thing, like
That's what Red Hood and Blue is taking
whatchamacallit.
those bears.
Like in the Spider-Man games. That's kind of neat.
This is Montoya. The Red Hood gang are causing us all kinds of trouble. I don't think this city has seen crime like it. If you and your friend have time, the streets of Gotham could use your help. Over.
So I like the gliding, but I think I like the car a little bit better.
Let's roll.
One of the things I was talking about yesterday too, to speak a little bit more on Gotham Knights versus Lego Batman. So in Gotham Knights, for whatever reason, you could just mow down pedestrians in the street. You could play as Nightwing, and you could beat the shit out of just random civilians, passerbys. They'd be like, "Oh my God, it's Nightwing," and then Nightwing could just like beat the crap out of them, or you could run them over with the Batcycle. So the reason I bring that up is because it's a lot less jarring when you run over people with the Batmobile than when you like beat the shit out of them as Nightwing. It's also kind of cute that they jump out of the way. And even if they don't, you know, it's Lego, so it's just like, you know, it's not like... it feels more slapstick, you know, does that make sense? You can be a menace without feeling guilty about it as bad.
This is dispatch. Incoming crime alert from Tri-Corner. Attempted snatch and grab in progress. Over.
Oh, worried about my little testy test, hero.
I haven't seen the Suicide Squad anime. Well, I watched the first 2 episodes of the Suicide Squad anime. I thought it was alright, but I didn't watch much more of it. I liked how they portrayed Peacemaker. I thought Peacemaker was fun in it. I like Harley's character design in it a lot, too. Oh shit. I wasn't supposed to do that, I don't think.
Can't afford to slow down.
It makes sense why they added in the gliding to come a little bit later, because
Let's go.
it's a little bit harder to pull off than the other mechanics. But I think I'm getting the hang of it. There's a scene in the anime Suicide Squad, but you don't want to spoil it. I don't mind if you spoil it. I don't think anyone else would. It's been out for like a little bit over a year now. Oh my god. The way he's like, woo, go Batman. I thought he was like in pain. I was like, oh, do I gotta take him to the hospital or something?
You're adorable.
Let me see. Okay, he's not doing it anymore.
Then I take over.
He's like, okay, I'm done being dramatic.
Incoming crime alert. Looks to be taking place in Tri-Corner. Citizen is in danger and surrounded. Over.
So one of the things that I miss from Arkham Knight is the way you could just launch out of the Batmobile. I wish that was a mechanic in this game. But outside of that, like, one little nitpick, I love the vehicle stuff in this game. Like, we used to talk about how Lego City Undercover or Lego Marvel, how they felt like Grand Theft Auto for kids. But, like, this feels a lot more like Grand Theft Auto for kids. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in, like, this is a fun sandbox type thing.
You can open up that nearby weight chunk.
We're close. I can smell it. Red Hood wants choppers on the helipad.
Get it? Hostiles are menacing a citizen. Please inform them that's illegal.
Suicide Squad had a magical girl transformation scene, and I loved it. That's great. Is there only one Joker in the story mode? I'm not sure. At the point that I've played it, Joker is still Red Hood working for Falcone. He hasn't become Joker yet.
Get off me!
Hey, where you been? The other 3 shipments arrived hours ago.
3 more shipments.
We had some trouble. We're here now, ain't we? Get moving.
Even the cutscenes have like better
We need to
cinematography
analyze
than
all
you'd
3
expect.
bears. Find out what Red Hood 1 is cooking.
I'll give you 2 to 1. It's not porridge. Hey, whoa!
Secure the area, boys. Make sure we ain't got no unwanted visitors.
If cops were meant to fly, then they'd have been born with...
Detective. Let's go find those bears.
Give me a second here. Alright, there we go. I don't know how long that's been messed up for. That was bugging me, I just noticed it.
Lucius, I'm gonna analyze 3 more chemicals.
So I think this is
Tell
like
me what they
4
make that
hours
mixed
into
with
the game at
sample I
this
brought you
point.
earlier.
Of course. Send them on through.
So this is a small little detail that they pulled from Batman Begins. Falcone was hiding drugs inside of teddy bears and inside of something else. But they were like, I know that the bears are heroin, but the foxes are something new. I don't know what it is. So they were like shipping in the fear toxin for Scarecrow alongside the heroin inside of stuffed animals. So that's just like a small, tiny ass little detail that they took from Batman Begins, but they've turned into like a whole plot point inside of this. I really love that. Like, one of the things I talked about last stream, I love how they amalgamate different parts of Batman Begins and the Tim Burton movie and the Batman, and they just kind of merge it all into one continuity. I mentioned that I think that's what James Gunn is probably going to end up doing with his version of Batman in the movies too. At least that's what I hope is going to end up happening. Like the Andy Muschietti Batman Brave and the Bold, it'll be like in the DCU, it'll probably have Robert Pattinson, and it'll probably serve as like the Batman 4, but I think it's also going to be like, it's probably also going to reference the Burton movies and the Schumacher stuff in a weird way. Another thing I talked about last stream was the way that in the Flash movie, it kind of goes from the Snyder Affleck Batman, then that resets into the, whatchamacallit, the Keaton Batman, then that resets into the Clooney Batman. My theory is that the DCEU, the DCU, whatever it is supposed to be, I think that the DCU, the David Cornsweet Superman, is just a rebooted version of the Henry Cavill Superman. That they're the same guy, just rebooted in the same way that the George Clooney Batman and the Zack Snyder Batman and the, you know, the same way they're kind of implied to all be the same guy.
Okay, time to find out.
I know that's kind of a batshit schizo but I don't know. I think that's what I'm here for. All right, looking for this like or not. Okay, the square would be easy. Fine. Square with the circle in it. There we go. These mini games are a lot less annoying than the Spider-Man ones.
That's the first chemical identified.
Like, it would be so easy to, like, bitch or complain if it took more than a few seconds to solve them, but the fact they're so easy, like, I don't mind them near as much. Like, when the game forces you to play as Lieutenant Gordon, I'm not complaining the same way I complain when, the Insomniac games force you to play as Mary Jane. Can I break through a window? I can't break through a window, damn.
There's probably a bear left on the train. Gotta focus.
I didn't even realize I had the bat claw clipped.
Get ready to go splat.
I really like the combat in this game. I feel like it's got no right being as good as it is. Ah, there's no stealth takedown I can do. Damn. The Flash movie is a mess, mainly because the deleted scenes and the ending post-credit scenes. Yeah, like, if I remember right, there was supposed to be a post-credit scene with Affleck that teased a Crisis movie, but, you know, of course, that's never gonna fucking happen now. Or if it is gonna happen, it's not gonna happen for, like, another 30 or 40 years. Well, not 30 or 40, maybe like 10 or 20. I'm being dramatic. I do think they'll eventually do a Crisis movie. It just probably won't be what they were planning back when they made the Flash movie. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think they'll do a Crisis movie? Alright, that one. Oh, you got them. Oh, that's the other girl. There we go. Neato.
Just one more bear to analyze. Then we can figure out what Red Hood 1 is really up to.
He ain't making shampoo, that's for sure.
Okay, so what do you guys think it's going to be? Is it going to be something where it's like fart gas or something like that? Or is it going to be that the Lego bears actually do have Lego heroin? Because in Batman Begins, it was heroin. Just not Lego heroin. We know that Lego war crimes exist, so do you think that Lego heroin is also a thing? We know that Lego gangs exist. There were Lego Crips inside of the fucking, what do you call it movie? The Lego Pharrell movie. That's gotta be one of the most insane things in my life. Like, the people who make Lego are so, like, fucking anal and up their fucking ass with their rules about Lego. For the longest time, they didn't want to do Star Wars because it had the word war inside of it. And they had a rule where Legos couldn't have guns. But then they bent the rules where, like, okay, it's okay if the Lego has a laser gun, you know, or a fake gun. And then they kind of bent the rules again years later for Indiana Jones. But then they wouldn't let Indiana Jones use Nazis inside of their play sets because, like, basically, their hard rules are that they don't want Lego weapons of war, they don't want Lego tanks, they don't want Lego fighter jets and stuff like that. But when you have that stuff, like, when you have a bat plane, or you have a Lego Star Wars fighter space plane or whatever, like, when you have that stuff, I don't know. It feels like you've already bent the rules to the point that they don't fucking matter. So, you won't do all this Lego war stuff, and you make such a big deal out of Indiana Jones, like, being the exception to the rule, but then you go out of your way to add, like, fucking Lego gang members, fucking Lego Bloods, and Lego Crips to a fucking movie. To a movie for children, no less. Like, it's kind of fucking insane to me, the double standard of it. But anyway, yeah, Lego war crimes. I wonder if there's ever been an illegal Lego building technique inside of a Lego game. And then they've only noticed, like, after the game was published and had to, like, bitch about it years later.
I found the bear, but Batman needs to do the analysis.
Thank you, Gordon.
Let's analyze the chemical hidden in this bear.
This film was presented with bad CGI to preserve its vision of Andy Muschietti. Yeah, that's accurate. But to give him credit, I did like Welcome to Derry. Like, I thought Welcome to Derry, like, wrong. It's maybe a little bit mid, but it was acceptable, watchable mid. Like, it kept me tuning in every week. It wasn't the best show ever. I don't know if I'll tune in much season 2. I don't know if it's in season 2 of Welcome to Derry, but I like that one. Oh, it's the other one. There. One. There we go. It's kind of difficult when most of the old actors are either problematic or uninterested to return. Yeah, that's true. And then the fans, if you recast someone, the fans act like it's not even the same character. Like, or they'll try and reboot it or with something else later. Someone said yesterday in one of the streams that there was something inside of the leaks of the Batgirl movie that seemed to imply that the Keaton Batman had gone through the events of Batman vs. Superman or something like that. I forget what they had said. But, like, originally, the Schumacher Batman movies, those were supposed to be, like, Tim Burton Batman 3 and Batman 4. But now in the recent years, we've kind of, like, recontextualized them to treat them like their own thing. Even though inside of those movies, like, they're kind of, like, soft referencing the Burton movies. Like, maybe not directly, but, like, you have the same actor for Alfred throughout the Burton movies and throughout the Schumacher movies. So there are lines and threads of continuity. It kind of makes me think a lot of the Silver Age of comic books, like how between the Golden Age of Batman and the Silver Age, there's no real line between Earth 1 and Earth 2, and how there's a weird period of time where a lot of the stories kind of overlap with each other. They kind of exist in both worlds. I don't know. And this is the thing too. I can't exactly explain how that stuff works, like, the best, because it's like I only have a basic understanding of it. But also, the fact that DC is so complicated, that's part of the fun to me sometimes, I guess. Lego Marvel vs. DC can be an adaptation of Lego... I'd like that, JLA Avengers. Yeah, the 2004 one. The Kurt Busiek one, I think. That's a fun read. I reread it for my Flash video that I did a few years ago, and I reread it again recently for the DC Marvel crossover video that I'm working on. But yeah, great read. Like, it hits all the notes in the best way. So, at that point in time when that book came out, I think that Hal Jordan was still the Spectre, and Kyle Rayner was Green Lantern. So what they do is they have Kyle Rayner and Wally West. They basically get time swapped with classic versions of Hal Jordan and Wally West. So part of the story, the conclusion, is that in order to fix the universe, Scarlet Witch is going to lose her kids again, Barry Allen is going to die again, and Hal Jordan's going to become the Spectre again. But in doing that, Wally West, Kyle Rayner, they'll all come back to life. So they and Aquaman will lose his son again. So they kind of have to give up their combined Matrix perfect world in order to bring everyone back. It's a good story. It's really interesting. It's better than you'd expect. Not your standard gulp shido MacGuffin hunt.
Mixed with one of these. That'll take a while, so here's one I made earlier.
Oh, so instead of Lego heroin, it's Lego laughing gas. That tracks.
Very effective. We're all out of goo.
Did I read the new Lego DC, or did I read the new DC Marvel crossovers? Yeah, I did. I read all of them. That's what my next video is going to be about too. The Flash Fantastic Four one, the Superman Spider-Man ones, the Deadpool Batman ones. The Grant Morrison Deadpool Batman story, that one was my absolute favorite. I'm always going to be a Grant Morrison fanboy, y'all know that. Gulp Shido or Surf Dracula, I'm going to take a Gulp Shido every time. You can take a Gulp Shido and turn them into a character that people actually give a shit about way easier than you can pull off a Surf Dracula story that actually feels satisfying. Like, every time you have a Surf Dracula story where they build up to, like, that Surf Dracula moment at the end of the first season, they somehow end up negating it, or I don't know. But they kind of fuck it up by the next season almost every time. Alright, this is getting annoying. I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to do here. I think I'm supposed to jump over him. But it only like gives me the option to slide under. Let me see. Come on, hit me. Alright, I guess I'm hitting him. That's another thing I really like. I like how they bring back the thunk, thud, bam, pow, onomatopoeia effects from Batman 66. That's really cute. Like, there's gonna be kids that grow up playing Lego Batman that have never watched Batman 66, and then when they're like teenagers, they're gonna see a clip of it for the first time, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, that's like Lego Batman! Not knowing that it's like, no, it's like Lego Batman, it's like Batman 66. I don't know. As a fanboy, it makes me smile to see these small little things like live on inside of the lore, to be appreciated and not just mocked endlessly. Like, that's what's great about something like Brave and the Bold or Lego Batman. The way that it celebrates and brings everything together instead of just trying to, I don't know. It's probably a lot less interesting when I'm praising something and hyping something up than it is when I'm complaining about something, right? Is that true? How do I change gadgets?
No good.
We ain't certified to be driving these things,
Okay, there we go. That's how you change.
So much for criminal masterminds.
We need to build something to help get us across that gap.
Yes, we do, Batman. Alright, Gordon Scoop, here we go. And we probably gotta goop up this one too, right? Nope, nope, Batman's gotta get that one.
We have what we need. Let's get building.
You know, sometimes I wish there was like a little bit more of a mini game when it came to building inside of LEGO games. But then I think about how annoying it is inside of LEGO Fortnite every time you want to build something, how you have to do it piece by piece. And I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm alright with the way this shit's going right now. Ah, shit. That was funny. What the fuck? What am I doing here? Okay, I'm fucking something up here. I think I'm supposed to lean up.
Alright, that's all the bears in the system.
Oh my god. It's not gonna count it.
Nice.
God damn
I'm
it.
so glad we weren't important.
Okay, I almost had it that time though. If all else fails, I'm gonna switch to Gordon on the next time way through. And maybe he'll clear it. Oh, didn't need to.
They've already started making the poison. Let's follow the pipes to the mixer and shut this place down.
I wonder if I can grab one of those guys from over there and pull him to me. Yes! Fuck yeah! Threw him inside of the toxic. Fucking just jokered that motherfucker.
Have to stop them from taking their poison.
Let me see. What's that over there?
These masks will protect us from the chemicals, right?
Sure, why not?
Get over here.
I could block that.
That's more fun than it needs to be. Oh wait, Gordon literally just told me what he needed to do. There we go. I'm a sucker for this first appearance Batman costume too. I just love seeing him run around in it. I love how the ears curve outwards, kind of like devil horns. You literally don't see that in any other Batman costume. They always point straight upwards, and it's always the tiny ears or the big ears. You never see the curved ears in the same way you do in the 1950 or 1940s, 30s bat suit. I can't remember right now. Batman killed. No, Batman didn't kill those guys. He just turned them all into Jokers. What's my opinion on Funko Pops? Fuck Funko Pops. Fuck them. Like, genuinely. Like, those are the lowest common denominator collectibles imaginable. Those are the fucking Beanie Babies of collecting nerd shit. Like, this is one of those things. If you have a Marvel Legends collection, that's cool. If you have a Lego collection, that's cool. I dig it. If you have a Funko collection, I just kind of look at you crossways and I'm like, oh, good for you. Like, I'm not going to be mean about it, but I am going to kind of judge you a little bit in the back of my head, like, oh my god, fucking Funkos. I'm not a fan of Funkos. I'm glad the company's dying. I'm glad the fad's dying. And the reason I say that is, like, every fucking Christmas, someone would get me some fucking Funko Pop. And this is the thing. You see stuff where it's like Spider-Man body wash and Spider-Man, you know, stuff. Like, shit like that isn't for, like, nerds to buy themselves. It's for people, like, it's for the family of nerds to buy them because they don't understand the people in their family. It's like a Big Bang Theory a little bit. Big Bang Theory isn't for people like us, people our age. It's for our parents who don't understand us. That was kind of funny, the way that guy just died. You used to have the McFarlane of the first appearance Batman? That's based. I've got a couple of McFarlane figures. The most recent one I got the Batman 666, Batman of Bethlehem, Damian Wayne Batman, with the trench coat and all. I love him. I love him so much. I wish they would make all of the Bat-Sons Batman costumes. Like the Jason as Batman, the Tim as Batman, because I have Dick as Batman already. And then I have the Thomas Wayne Batman. But at the same time, though, I'm curious what Mattel is going to do once they get the license. If Mattel ends up doing 6-inch figures, more like the Marvel Legends line, that'd be pretty base. And then there's also the rumor that Hasbro is going to buy Mattel. So if that happens, then, you know, they probably definitely will end up making DC figures that are more akin to, you know, the Marvel stuff at Hasbro. But we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out.
This stuff stings way less than I expected.
Well, that was odd.
That's the mixing room up ahead.
I'm surprised they haven't since they did a Batman every wave. Yeah, right? There are so many different Batman costumes in the McFarlane line. Like, it's probably more than half the figures, right?
Yeah, sure, that's a fair point.
That's a trick they totally stole from the Arkham games. can't go through the door, but you can go through a vent above it.
It's that guy in the costume! Get it!
I love the takedown animations in this.
This is the end.
I've only seen a couple of them twice. Like, in the 4 or 5 hours I've been playing, I've rarely seen any of them repeat. I'm impressed by, like, how frequently I'm still seeing new stuff in this. I know I'm only, like, maybe 20% into the game, if that. But just in terms of, like, animation and stuff like that, I don't know. It's rare that... Maybe it's just because it's a Lego game that it's impressing me this much. I don't know. It's definitely not your mom's Lego game. Shit. Noted. I think I can rush him up. There we go. I can already tell taking out the big guys is going to be fucking annoying in this game. But then again, that's been true for every Batman game. The Bat Omnitrix.
Jim, we have to shut this machine down. Now.
I would be surprised if they didn't end up doing like a multiversal Batman game at some point. Or at the very least doing it for like a Lego thing maybe. I don't know. But Batman isn't a character that's ever really worked that well with multiverse stuff. But I will say that when Zdarsky did it for like Batman, I think Batman 900, I really enjoyed that story. Batman teaming up with all the alternate Batman and then taking a little piece from all of their costumes to build a new costume. I liked that. I thought that was really cool. And then him, the ultimate get out of jail card at the very end of the story is him with the fucking bat shark repellent that he got from Batman 66. I don't know. I liked it. I like the Zdarsky run a lot. I think it gets too much hate. If you heard what I just said and it sounds insane, like that's literally what happens in Batman 900. He gets a new costume by getting a utility belt from Batman 66, the body armor from The Dark Knight Returns Batman, and then he gets a helmet, I think, from the Batman Beyond Batman animated series Batman. Something like that. But he meets the Arkham Batman, the Gotham by Gaslight Batman, all the different Batmen from all across the multiverse. And it's just, I don't know, it's a really fun team-up story.
We need to stop him before he sends this whole facility into
It's all fan service, but, you know, some fan service isn't always a bad thing.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm just realizing this mission is going to end up being Joker's origin, I bet. Because I already turned, like, 2 other guys into Joker.
This place is falling apart.
He wants to bring this whole place down. We have to stop him.
I love how he's already cackling.
There he is.
Nobody can stop the man under the red hood.
The chemicals didn't turn him into the Joker. He was always the Joker. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that take. I like that take a lot, actually. It's like the thing about the super soldier serum that they say in Captain America and they say in Falcon and Winter Soldier, that the super soldier serum didn't make Steve a good guy. He was already a good guy, and it took what was already there and made it better. So I think the same thing is probably true of something like, I don't know, the Joker serum or something. Like, I don't think it's that the Joker serum made him crazy. I think he was already crazy, and it just gave him an excuse to manifest it. Does that track? In a Dr. Manhattan multiversal singularity kind of way, you could also argue that, like, oh, he was always destined to become the Joker because time is a linear blah 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 blah. If you change the past, you didn't change the past at all. It was always like that.
Bad choice, Batman.
The shit they pull in the new Flash books. What did I think of the Matt Reeves Joker design? Hated it. Hated it. Could not hate it more, honestly, genuinely. Like, this thing, I like the Matt Reeves Batman a lot, but I hate that Joker design. I think it's so fucking bullshitty and edgy. I don't want to see a Joker that has a bunch of scars and burns on his face. I want to see a guy in fucking clown face paint. I want to see a Joker that looks more like Pennywise than looks like fucking Heath Ledger. I like the Jared Leto design for Joker more than I like the Matt Reeves design for Joker. I'll go as far as to say that. I don't like fucking Barry Keoghan either. I think he's gonna be a shit fucking Joker. Awful, awful fucking casting decision for that fucking role. I cannot fucking stand that prick. The dude genuinely looks like fucking bargain bin Ezra Miller.
Joking around.
He said the thing.
These things really give you more bang for your...
Honestly, the guy that I really want to see play Joker, I want to see the guy who plays Art the Clown in Terrifier. I want to see him play Joker. I think he'd do a really good job. Like, I've never seen the Terrifier movies, but I've seen like clips of him as Art the Clown, and I think that seeing how he is as Art the Clown, like, if he could pull that off as Joker, that'd be ideal. Do you know who I'm talking about? Do you know the name of the actor who plays Art the Clown in the Terrifier movies? Do you guys know, chat?
The controls are behind that safety glass.
Like, and another thing that I'll say is that you have all these actors that come out, and like Rachel Zellweger, where she's like, you know, Snow White is so old and outdated, and I think we can do it better. And then the movie comes out and it fucking flops. You need someone who actually is a fan of these characters and like actually wants to celebrate them, rather than trying to contradict them. So in that regard, I think when you think of someone like someone like the dude who played the dude in Terrifier, you know? The dude who played Art the Clown. You see him at conventions, and he's, like, wearing the fucking, whatchamacallit. He's wearing the Art the Clown makeup, he's playing the character, and he's, like, he seems genuinely excited to, like, play the role. I think that you need someone with that energy. It's like, you see David Cornsweet talk about Superman, and he knows a lot about Superman, and he's genuinely excited. And I'm not saying that all these guys need to pretend to be bigger fans than they actually are, but I am saying that, like, they need to have some level of respect and reverence for the source material, and they don't need to have their head up their own ass about doing something different, you know? Does that make sense? Does that track? Like, everyone wants to put their own spin on Batman, everyone wants to put their own spin on Joker, but no one wants to just play the Joker. No one wants to just play the Batman. And that's where I kind of get really frustrated by all of it. It's the people with their heads up their asses about everything. But also, I don't know if that's the most valid take either, so... I don't know. Man, I still do not have the hang of playing. I still don't have the hang of fighting in this game.
Boy, am I glad that was water.
For me, the best Joker from Gotham. See, I never watched Gotham. I wasn't a fan of Gotham at all. But the clips that I saw of the guy who played Joker in Gotham, Jerome or whatever, he was on Shameless. If any of you guys watch Shameless, he played like in this like dysfunctional family. He played the gay son, the gay redhead son. And I'm not gonna lie, he was one of my favorite characters in Shameless. There's this scene where it's him and his boyfriend, and he had run away from the army, and he had all these mental issues, and it's just, he's in jail, and he's on one side of the glass, and he's got the phone up to his ear, and he's crying, and his boyfriend's on the other side of the glass, and he's crying, And it is just these sad things. And I watching that, I started crying so hard. I was bawling. The guy who played Joker in Gotham, even if I don't like Gotham, I love the guy who played Joker in Gotham. I wish I could remember his name. He's the same guy who plays, what's his name in, shit. The Lego, not the Lego, the Star Wars, the EA Star Wars games. In Jedi Survivor, The Last Jedi, whatever it's called. He plays in those video games, and those video games are really fucking good too. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him come back as the Joker. But if we're just talking about actors that we want to see come back as the same characters but in different universes, I would love to see Grant Gustin come back as the Flash for the DCU. Like, even if you don't bring back anyone else, if you only bring back Grant Gustin, I'd be so down with that. Yeah, Gotham really is a classic example of a Cirque Dracula show. Like, that probably is like the definitive Cirque Dracula show, actually.
Smiles really are infectious, aren't they? This was never about the money. It was about sending a message. Gotham needs to smile.
I love the writing in this game. Like, it's kind of hokey, it's kind of cheesy, but it also understands that's the point. So when it does hokey and cheesy, it's like clever about it. You notice that? Does that track? Ah, shit, my audio's glitching out. Give me a second here. Shoot. I don't know what happened there. It looks like it's still showing on your feed, but I'm not hearing it in my headphones, so give me a second here. Hopefully this shouldn't take me too long to fix. Shouldn't take me but a second. Swim as the monitor, Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's funny. Goals. Goals for real. I don't know why my AirPods just died. Alright, testing, testing, testing. Oh, that seemed to work, but I don't know what it's picking up from. Alright, testing. Alright, okay, so it looks like my mic is back. So give me 1 second. I'm trying to get my Bluetooth shat out on me for some reason. Like I was saying, if you're ever building a computer, buy one with integrated fucking Bluetooth. Don't buy your own fucking Bluetooth adapter that it plugs into a USB, it'll be cheaper. No. Buy a motherboard that has integrated Bluetooth. Do yourself a favor, save yourself the hassle. Alright, but I think that I'm getting the game launched. It looks like we should have things going again. Glad to hear that audio is back. And let's see. Make sure the desktop audio is playing too. Yep, looks like it is. Cool. Alright, so we should be back in order. Sorry for that, y'all. And thank you for sticking around through it all. I appreciate your patience. And I appreciate your continued chat today is a name that I recognized, I've seen before. So, like, it makes me smile seeing people in chat that's like, oh, you guys are coming back. Oh, I don't know. I appreciate it. It's nice seeing familiar faces. Or familiar usernames, I guess. Oh, hell yeah, and I didn't lose that much progress either. Based.
This place explodes. Effects will be felt across the
I can never tell if I sound like a boomer when I say based because I'm old, or if it's because the word is like, the slang is out of date. But I feel like I know I sound old when I say it one way or another. But that's okay, I just turned 30. I'm gonna embrace it. I think aging with grace is like genuinely one of the best things you could do. The way that everyone tries to like... There's this line from one of the Narnia books about Susan where it's like, oh, she spent her entire childhood trying to reach a certain age, and now that she's at that age, she's gonna spend the rest of her life trying to stay there. And like, you know what? That's real as fuck. Like, fuck that. I want to be an old head in my 30s and just accept it. Get ahead of the curve a little bit. It's like, genuinely. Some of my favorite comic fans, my favorite people to talk to, are like the old heads. The people that are like, oh yeah, you know, back in the 90s they rebooted things with Heroes Reborn. Because like they're never the guys who are complaining about go woke, go broke. They're like, oh no, we've been here before, we've seen them do this, it'll last a couple of years and then they'll phase it out again. It's what always happens. Like, they have a much cooler, more rational head about things, in my experience.
If we don't stop him now, it's all over.
Both of us need to lift this quickly.
X-Men 97 background. Yeah, the background that I have is just playing a bunch of clips from, you know, shit that I have to say. Like in the background right now, it's playing I think DICOM 5 or DICOM 6, which is like a bunny girl fighting a xenomorph and Darth Vader from like it's like an anime. It's anime test footage from the 90s. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the gliding mechanics in this game. I can't tell if it's because it's not too on rails or what.
In the pale moonlight. Give me your head.
Whoa! Pull him on!
I like how they have the little Lego brick serial numbers on the bottom of them.
What are you nuts?
They didn't have to put that much detail into it, but I'm glad they did.
Break up the specialist.
Superhero cartoons are back, and I fully attribute that to X-Men 97 and Invincible. Both of those shows are so good. I want to see a new Tick reboot in the style of Invincible or X-Men 97.
You guys pals or something? Not exactly.
I love that, the hand coming up out of the water. That's so cliche, but it's the absolute best. I remember the first time I ever saw something like that. Oh, hell yeah, 0 Year. I'm using that one. Shit, what was I saying? I saw the 0 Year costume and I got too excited. Oh yeah, but the hand coming up out of the water. I remember they did that in the Arkham City after credits, or no, the Arkham Asylum after credits. But then they also, the first time I ever remember seeing that, it was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first movie or the second movie, with the Shredder, where after the Shredder dies, you see his hand come up out of it.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
How I watched the new Spider-Man cartoon, you're talking about the one on Disney Plus? Yeah. I watched it. I thought it was pretty good. Freshman year or whatever.
Dangerous.
I dug it. I thought it was good. It's not the best Spider-Man cartoon ever, but it's like, it's okay.
I've got something.
It's passably mediocre. It's good enough.
Not sure what the other cops will say, but I put it on top of the GCPD.
It's not as good as Spectacular Spider-Man or the 90s cartoon, but like, it's good enough. It's inoffensive. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of the gliding in the game. But also, I was never really a fan of the gliding in the Arkham games either, so... Okay, so you can dive into it. That's neat.
There's an old Wayne Industries tunnel entrance nearby.
One of the things that I think a lot of people didn't like about the new Spider-Man Freshman cartoon, I think a lot of people didn't like the way it... I'm trying to think how to put it. The multiverse stuff. Like the way that it kind of opens and closes with a self-fulfilling loop, and I don't think a lot of people like the way that they seem like they're handling Venom. But, I don't know, that was the stuff that I really liked about it. And I'm really curious what they're going to do with Nico, because I know in the comics she's some kind of magic chick. I don't really exactly know what she does. I think she's a member of the Runaways, right? Do I have that wrong? Something like that. I think she's in Midnight Suns too. But I wasn't the biggest fan of that game either, so.
Leaving the vehicle would be a bad idea.
Ah, I hope your brain won't overheat with this little puzzle.
This is dispatch. Incoming crime alert from Tri-Corner. Messy suspects intent on not cleaning up after themselves. Over.
It requires a little assembly. It's so I can get in touch with you.
Oh, we're building the bat signal. That's cute. I like that.
When this light hits the sky, it's a call.
Not just a call. A warning.
Oh my god, the Dark Knight Returns. I mean, the Batman big... Fuck. What's the name of the second Batman? Batman Returns, yeah. The hello there, hell here sign. I've always wanted to buy that. Like, I've always wanted to hang that up in my room. I saw one time where, like, it has a little switch that switches between hell here to hello there. I want it so bad. It looks so good in the background of my videos. But I love seeing that there. That makes me smile. No, I'm not planning to play Marvel Token. I'll play Injustice 3, whatever NetherRealms fighting game comes out. I am not playing Marvel Token. I don't like fighting games. I like Smash Brothers. I like Mortal Kombat, but that's it. I can play a little bit of Tekken. I'm not big into it. I hate Street Fighter. I hate Marvel vs. Capcom. I hate anime fighting games. And Marvel Token, it literally looks like every fighting game that I fucking hate. And I talked about this a little bit yesterday.
Of me.
I don't think fighting games are real video games. And here's what I mean by that. Mario, like, when I say that I want to play the new Mario, I don't mean Super Mario Kart. I don't mean I want to play Mario Party. When I say I want to play the new Mario, I mean I want to play Mario Odyssey. I mean that I want to play Mario Galaxy 3. Like, that's what I mean when I say I want to play the new Mario. So, like, Mario Kart isn't a real Mario game. But, like, Mario Odyssey is. Mario, what's the one? Super Mario Wonder, that's a real Mario game. Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario Tennis, those aren't real Mario games. So, like, a Marvel fighting game, I'm sorry, but a Marvel fighting game, a DC fighting game, Injustice, Marvel vs. Capcom, those aren't real video games. Those are, that's Marvel Kart. It's Marvel Party. It's Marvel Tennis. It's a tennis game that's wearing a Marvel skin. It's a fighting game wearing a Marvel skin. I don't feel like Spider-Man when I play as Spider-Man in a fucking fighting game. So, no, I'm not playing it. I'm not into it. I'll play Injustice 3 because I like the Mortal Kombat gameplay, but I'm not a fan of... No. Oh, thank you, Phallic! Oh, that's very sweet of you. Looks like we just hit our goal, everyone, so we're probably going to do another stream soon. I don't know when, but... we'll probably do a couple next week, actually. I don't know if they're all going to be Lego Batman, but we are going to definitely do a few of them. But yeah, that's my little rant about, like, oh, I'm not into Marvel Kart. I don't think Mario Party is a real... So this is the thing. Technically speaking, yes, they are real video games, but that's, like, technically speaking. You know, does that track? Like, Mario Party is a real video game, but it's not necessarily a real Mario game. You know, it's a real party game, but it's not in the same vein as Mario Odyssey or Mario Kart, or Mario Odyssey or Super Mario Wii or something. And honestly, I wouldn't even make the distinction if it wasn't for the fact that these companies, they make more and more stuff like Marvel Tokon, and they completely neglect stuff like Spider-Man 3 or Venom or Wolverine. Like, think about how rare it is that we get a game like Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad or Spider-Man 2, but we get shit, like, we get slop shit like Marvel Contest of Champions every fucking year, multiple times a year. There's a new game, a new update. We get shit like that all the time. So, if it wasn't for the oversaturation of games like that, I probably wouldn't even bother with the distinction. But I'd rather see more single-player games, like single-player, story-driven, narrative-focused games, than I would rather see Mario Party, Marvel Kart bullshit. Give me a second, there we go. I'm gonna clip that at some point. I'm gonna work that into a video, I think. I like how that rant went. I don't know, I hope that tracks. I hope that doesn't sound too pretentious. Ooh, suit vault. Yeah, I'm a sucker. I want to see the display case. Show me my trophies. Please show me my trophies. Please show me my trophies.
And the specialized suits. And maybe even a space suit.
Of course, sir. One must always take adequate care of their evening attire.
So Batman Begins, 1989. I think the 1980 suit, the 0-year suit. The Batman. Are these in, like... No, they're not in chronological order. That wouldn't make sense. I've got the Batman Beyond suit, too, so I don't know where that is. I like the display case here. That's dope. Do I want to switch bat suits? Yeah, I'm going to switch bat suits.
Can't call for the Batmobile here.
I think I'm going to switch to the... Does Alfred have suits? No, Alfred doesn't have suits. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to switch to the 0-year suit. Seems fitting. Alright, what's over here? I bet this is going to be the Bat computer.
Oh, that's a little side project I've been meaning to show you. Shall we find a battery for it, sir?
Bingo.
Oh, found it. You agree, Stussy? Well, I'm glad someone agrees with me.
I present to you the challenge board. When you hit certain criteria out in the field, more of the mural can be revealed. Something else to help motivate you, other than avenging your parents, obviously.
Oh, I get it. This turns into, there's like a Batman display piece that's like from Batman the Animated Series. I bet it turns into something like that you're supposed to put up on a wall. It's an advertisement for a toy! How charming. How quaint. Well, then again, the whole video game's advertisement for toys. I don't know why I'm bitching. So these are the ones I have unlocked. Oh, it's got like a display case for these too. Based. So was I just supposed to interact with that, or was I supposed to upgrade it, or what? Oh, it wants me to buy one of them.
$10?
I'll have to notate that on the expense accounts.
Okay, where to next? I'm not gonna lie, I like how they have the Batcave fleshed out. I talked about this a little bit yesterday.
Alright, looks like it's operational. Let's get started.
Was that? Aww, ads for toys. That confused me. So okay, so I have a wallpaper engine set up that plays the PlayStation start theme every time I start up my computer. So I was so confused. I was like, I hear the donation sound so rarely. It didn't even play that you had donated the last few times. Thank you so much, Fal. You're so sweet. That's very kind of you. But shit, what was I saying? But yeah, about the Batcave. You have like a mini Batcave you can find underneath Arkham Asylum in the Arkham Asylum game. And then in Batman Begins, you have... not in Batman Begins. Yeah, in Batman Begins... no, there's none of that. I mean, in Arkham Origins. In Arkham Origins, there's a Batcave you can interact with and do stuff with in that game. And, you know, that's pretty cool. But it always frustrated me that in Arkham Knight, in Gotham Knights, you have the clock tower, which isn't exactly the same thing, but I mean, I guess it's close enough. It's fitting given Oracle and all, but I don't know, it's always frustrated me that you've never really had an explorable, customizable Batcave, but like, being able to have one here, totally based. Totally based. I love how big it is too. Like, it feels just big enough without feeling too big. It feels just toyetic enough without feeling too toyetic. It's fan servicey, but like in a tasteful fan servicey way.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. You can like actually customize shit. That's really cool. Oh my god! I remember this thing. This is from an episode of Batman Beyond. Old man Bruce, like, puts on the armor, and he's like, the thing almost killed me. That's one of the reasons I stopped being Batman. But Terry gets kidnapped, so, like, he has to do something to rescue his boy. That's so neat. Okay, it doesn't make sense that Joker TV is here, because he hasn't met the Joker yet. But I'm just gonna ignore that for now. Or the Terrific Trio, because those guys are from like 300 years in the future. Alright, you know what? I'm overthinking things now. I'm being too much of a fanboy. Coin op, rocket, drums, barrel, Why would I put anything like that there? I want to put something cool. Yeah, like the Arkham Asylum blueprints. Okay, I wonder if you could look at this version of Arkham Asylum and, like, actually match it up to the Arkham Asylum video game map. Like, if that's what it's based off of in any way. You prefer the Batman and Robin one over Batman Forever? Huh, that's a take.
The Batphone is ringing Master Bruce. I doubt it's a telemarketer.
Oh, that's supposed to be like the Bat computer. I like that.
Hey, Batman, it's Batmite. Come on, let's go shopping.
Oh my god, Batmite!
Huh? Is that... Wait, what is that?
And I got audio glitching out again. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm just going to switch to the physical headphones. Make things a little bit easier. That way it won't cut out my controller too when I try and fix it next time. I gotta buy a pair of physical wired headphones. That's good. That's definitely on my next supplies list for the channel. I used to have 1,000,001 pairs of earbuds, but like when I was cleaning them out, I was like, I have like 3 pairs of wireless buds. Why do I need all these wired ones? And we're regretting that now. Okay, looks like the audio is still good. Okay, cool. Should be solid.
I know we have something to take out this wall. Just have to find it.
I believe something was delivered that could aid us here. Perhaps I should have created an inventory.
Oh yeah, this is perfect.
Oh my god, the fucking explosive spray from Arkham? I didn't expect to see that here. This game really is a celebration of fucking everything. The animated series, the movies, the video games, the comics themselves. Love that. I really hope they do Lego Superman next.
I mean, successfully cleared.
I'd rather see Lego Superman than Lego Justice League, I think. But I'm sure that if they do Lego Superman, it'll probably have a bunch of Justice League characters in it.
Oh, Batman! The Batman! Well, not the Batman, totally different medium, but... Sorry, hang on. Batmite, Superman! I really wanted to be in the games, but I had to find some way to slide in. Even to put myself in the shopkeeper pantheon with this one.
Get your bat stuff here. I got suits. I got props. All that bat stuff you could want.
That's cute. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for shit like this. I love that. A multiversal Batmite shop. That's cute.
But I don't. Unlike
James Gunn has talked a little bit about how Batmite is one of his favorite characters, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm in the same boat. I love Batmite just as much. He's the best. Anytime you see Batmite show up in a story, you know the story's gonna be fun. His recent run in World's Finest, that was a lot of fun. I love how Mark Waid tweets him.
Someone will like you eventually. Except that one guy.
Oh, I can't just like go up to him and like buy costumes and shit. I have to buy one of these things. That sucks. I don't want any of these.
Would you like to hear about the back card credit card program today?
What was that? Did his voice just glitch out on me? Or was it supposed to do that? I don't know. This is the cheapest thing. I'm just gonna buy it.
Oh boy, first sale completed. I'm gonna frame this.
Well, that's not too much.
Fear-inducing and practical.
Oh, it's the Arkham suit. I bet what it's gonna do, it's gonna be like, okay, you want that? 55,000. The next one's gonna be 60,000. Nope, actually cheaper. But I don't know if I want that one. I don't recognize this one. What's this suit supposed to be? Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Why are you just writing the name of the fucking game there? Tell me what the name of the suit is. I'm curious. Alright, fuck it. I'm not even gonna use it yet anyway, so fuck it. That's my gulp shido? Yeah, that's my gulp shido! My shido is fully gulped.
You're hearing? The bat phone is ringing.
Oop.
The pie is truly mightier than the sword.
Everything okay, sir? Well, you look like you've seen a ghost. Oh, my.
Harvey, you okay?
Oh, key lime. Right in the eye.
So in the comics, in the movies, and a lot of stuff, a lot of the time you use Falcone and Batman taking down Falcone to kind of symbolize the transition between mobster gangster crime into insane supervillain super crime. So the mobsters and the big gangs, they stop being the Falcones and the Albertos and, you know, the whatevers, and they become the Joker gang, the Two-Face gang, the Riddler gang, stuff like that. So you see that happen in Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. You see that happen a little bit in The Batman. You see it in The Long Halloween and Dark Victory. But strangely enough, that's how they're playing it in this game too. It's surprisingly lore accurate.
Jen, are you okay?
Watch out!
We can't let them get away.
Dispatch says they're hitting spots all over town. Let's track them down.
Someone needs to take that man down.
Yeah, this is spot on just like the Arkham games. Just without the annoying ass tank controls.
Back of the van's exposed. Time to reel it in. Good. It worked.
Come in, all units. 4 mimes have been spotted escaping. Pursue with caution. Open.
Okay, now that we're not on rails, let's see if it's any easier. Is the problem that I keep getting ahead of it? Yeah, this is a little glitchy, gimmicky, but it's still better than the Arkham Knight gameplay for the Batmobile.
Just leaving this to Batman and Gordon, are we? Guess so.
So close. I wonder if I can get on top. No, I can't get on top of that subway train. Or the subway track. I know I went off about this like endlessly already. I just love the city. I love the art design, everything about this. I love that Gotham definitively looks like Gotham. That's so big. Because they don't always get it right. And this game gets it right.
We don't have a problem here, do we? If I let those mimes escape, I'm gonna be so mad.
Attention all units. report some more mines. This time near the decaying auto dealership. Please investigate.
Alright, car dealership. Here we go.
I thought I was done with these mines.
Honestly, just driving around in Batmobile's fun. Like, I can see myself picking up this game and just driving around Gotham in the Batmobile in the way that I would Arkham Knight. I love a good sandbox. I love a good platformer and I love a good sandbox. Those are like literally my two favorite genres of game. And this game does both so well.
Bad idea. Those mimes are probably hiding around here somewhere. A few of these vehicles seem kinda familiar.
They look like they could use a good clean. Maybe there's something nearby that can help with that.
Perhaps I can build something here.
So this is Lego Batman's MO. He just destroys public property and then rebuilds it into whatever he needs it to be at the moment. Just a total public vandal. But you know what? We love it though. Wouldn't have it any other way. I'm so confused. What am I supposed to do with this? And then he picks up those. Oh, you're supposed to plug that into something. That's what it is. I thought that was the hose for some reason. Okay, yeah, plug it into here. That makes sense.
Doesn't look like one of the vans we've been chasing. Now, there's a van that looks familiar.
Ah, I knew it! That filthy van's full of filthy criminals.
Hold on.
Not gonna like this.
I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of Lego Batman's voice actor in this, but I love Lego Gordon. Lego Gordon has a great VA. He kind of carries some of these earlier missions.
After them.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Time to get after those
Squeaky clean creeps.
I gotta figure out how to pull off the drift in this game.
We don't have a problem here, do we?
Shit.
ASAP.
Maybe it's that I'm over-relying on the boost.
So much for a clean getaway.
Calling all units. Mine sighted near Shrek's department store. No criminal activity reported, but might be worth checking out. Over.
What could those mines be doing in Shrek's store?
I wonder, so Maxie Shrek, if I remember right, that's the bad guy from Batman Returns. I wonder if they're going to do anything with that. Because that's the character that I think Christopher Walken plays. And he's like the guy who owns the company that Catwoman works for. So the first part of the game, it amalgamated like Batman Begins, The Batman, and Batman 1989. So this part's probably going to be The Dark Knight Returns and Batman Returns.
There's Shrek's store. Oh, and look. Another mime right out front. Let's find out what's going on.
Talk! Who do you work for?
Oh my god, the sound effects.
Slime nonsense.
Hey, hang on. I'm good at these. Now that's more like it. Okay, something about a car. No, truck. Speeding towards us. Out of control? And
I should have stayed on Broadway.
That was cute.
Meow.
I knew she was gonna hit him with the meow.
hey, she took my grapple. You get after her, and I.
You're already gone.
Shut up.
That fucking mime's cracking me up. I saw a Catwoman mod for Arkham and I lost my mind. Do we? Absolutely. Absolutely we do.
Hey!
Aren't you mimes meant to be silent?
I'm not with them. And I'm guessing neither are you.
Who are you? Who's the man behind the mask?
I'm Batman. I think we can help each other.
Sorry, Batboy. I work alone. Oh, on second thought, maybe I could do with the extra muscle. Allow me.
I gotta say, I'm glad that the second player character isn't just fucking Alfred or Gordon. That it's an actual character with like superpowers and shit. Well, not superpowers, but like with a costume and gadgets and shit. Somehow there's not as much of that in this game as you'd expect. Is that Lex Luthor, or is that supposed to be Luthor? I can't tell. I think it is. But that's definitely supposed to be, yeah, Maxie, or Shrek, you know, Christopher Walken from Batman Returns. Oh, that's probably supposed to be Tim Burton. All the little Easter eggs, I love that. That's so cute. And then I guess that's supposed to be Falcone. And then Cobblepot. Is that supposed to be someone that we know? That probably is. God, I'm getting wrapped up just looking at these fucking, like, the artwork in this game. This game's great.
Not bad.
I know. We're gonna have to find an unconventional way out of here. You in?
Yeah, she's fun to play as.
Keep an eye out. I'm sure we can get one of these doors open.
Is that where I just came from? No, it's not.
Well, this looks promising. You won't mind if anything falls in my pockets, will you? There's something about the statues in this photo. I can feel it.
I'm still curious if that's supposed to be Lex Luthor or not. It would make too much sense if it was. It makes me wonder if there's going to be any more like Superman references in the game, or if like that's it. It might not even be Lex Luthor, it could just be a random ass bald guy. He does have a pretty generic character design. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 was too many. Not enough. There we go.
I have one of these too. A secret entrance to my lair. It's themed with bats, like me.
Yes, Bruce, we know.
Smell.
We all know.
Ugh, let's show these mimes some real performance art.
The door's locked tight. Let's build our way through.
Okay, so looking for a key and gotta build something.
More mimes. Why are they after you?
We get out of here? Maybe we'll get your answer.
I wonder how many I can take down right in front of them. Not too many. Okay. So the game will let you bullshit a little bit, but it won't let you bullshit too much. I might like playing as Catwoman a little bit more than Batman when it comes to the fighting. She's just a little bit faster.
Of course Max left out stairs. I bet it was cheaper. Shall we then?
Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to be there yet.
Bad guy. I thought we had to hurry.
The elevator music. Okay, fun little piece of like elevator lore for you guys. One of the guys who made like the first elevator music, Muzak, it was the dude from Devo. Like, you know, whip it. You must whip it. Like that Devo. That Devo.
Oh, the cat should be fine.
Whip it good.
Looks like our ride may be over.
Come on, Bat Boy. Get us moving again.
It's Batman.
Even in the Lego games, they got chemistry. Love it.
I did the calculations.
Was that the Subway Surfers theme? Am I tripping?
I thought cats always landed on their feet.
Oh, shush. There's an exit this way. Let's keep moving.
Don't worry. I'll take care of that vent. My muscles won't fit through that.
Yeah, I am an old man. I ain't even gonna lie.
Friend.
I was just talking about that a little bit earlier. Oh my god, you can summon cats? You can play as the cat?
I scratch their back. They scratch mine.
That is fucking amazing. That's the best. This game genuinely just keeps getting better and better. And he's so cute. Aww. You know, they could just make this game and have it not have anything to do with Legos at all, and I'd still love it. It might even be better.
A band of highly trained feline companions can complete covert operations.
Yeah, these little guys know all kinds of tricks.
Let's see.
Looks like an ambush.
Definitely an ambush.
Oh my god, the mimes are like blending into the... That's so cute.
And I thought hanging out with you would get boring.
Don't be catty.
I love the gameplay in this.
More coming.
Everything about this game is just the absolute best. Honestly, like, I know that LEGO is moving from, like, making one video game a year to spending, like, 5 years making one video game. But this is so much better. This is better than, like, 10 different LEGO Batman 2s or LEGO Batman 3s. If we're gonna get just one of these every 5 years instead of, like, a LEGO Batman, LEGO DC every 2 years, I would prefer one of these every 5 years, honestly. Like, a 5-year turnaround time on a game like this isn't ideal, but if it's this good, it's worth it. I'm honestly kind of glad that they opted to go for, whatchamacallit, quality over content, or, quality over quantity instead of quantity over quality. That was definitely the right move here. Okay, so now I gotta get the laser pointer. I wonder how many different cats she has. So the last one was white, this one's orange.
Looks like your cat hit a roadblock.
Can the cat take down?
Miss Kitty knows how to handle herself.
No.
Oh, she's so cool. Yeah.
He pet the cat? No, he didn't. So you can pet the dog in the game, but you can't pet the cat. That's funny.
Nothing else around. Must be near that sign. Just need a way up. That vent looks like our best way through. Let's move. We need to work together here. Can you do that?
Guess we'll find out.
I love her voice actor. Whoever it is that's the voice actress for Catwoman, she's doing a stellar job. You know what's kind of funny? Zoe Kravitz voiced Lego Catwoman before she played, like, real Catwoman in The Batman. That's a hyper-crisis manifestation if I've ever seen one.
I just love a big, strong man who's not afraid to show it with someone half his size.
Yeah, these big guys are fucking annoying. Oh my god, Catwoman has takedown animations too. That's great. I wonder if Gordon had them and I just never used Gordon so I didn't see them. I'll have to check that out in a little bit. Especially if I play through especially if I replay through the game at all. Can't into English for me. I love this slapstick bullshit.
Just keep coming. We have to get out of here fast.
More.
We blow open the front doors and we're free. Come on.
I just noticed Catwoman has a glider too. That's odd. But then again, I guess Gordon has to have one, so I guess they all have to have gliders. Let me get on top of something. Huh. That's funny. wonder what that's supposed to do, what that's supposed to mean. Okay, so there's some kind of puzzle here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that was cute. I think that's like the opening to the Danny Elfman. Dun, 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 dun. That was actually kind of cool. Oh my god, that's cute. She having the time of her life in that thing. Alright, where next?
One of those displays will help us smash those doors open. Wasn't there supposed to be some big, loud display here? I guess no one put it together yet.
So white cat, orange cat, black cat. That's probably all the cats that are in the game, right? Probably just the 3 variations.
Oh, sounds like my pretty kitty's got something nifty. Good girl.
Your whip should provide enough momentum to wind the spring and you get the gist.
Yeah, I bet Batman knows a lot about that.
Got it.
We won't find a front door key laying around. But this amplifier at the right levels and pitch. The right chord with this could destroy just about anything. It's 2 frequencies though.
That's cute. I love the logic of Lego Batman. Wasn't there a scene in the Lego Batman movie like this where he played a guitar for like plot bullshit reasons? I think that's where the Bat metal suit comes from. Oh my god, I love that. That's cute.
Was that really necessary?
Liven up, Batty. We have a date at the zoo.
The zoo?
Need to drop in on an old friend.
Did I get another costume? Oh my god, that's so cool. Purple retro Batman. That's neat. I think that's supposed to be like the Super Nintendo game. The Super Nintendo Batman 1989 movie game, if I remember right. You know, seeing stuff like that in this game, that makes me hopeful that we eventually get like a polygonal PlayStation 1 Spider-Man costume inside of a game like, I don't know, inside of a game like Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3. Like, I know you can mod the Spider-Man PS1 costume into it, but like as an official release, it'd be neat.
But look at you, becoming even more of a hero every day. I can help you out a little bit with that. You'll find races all around Gotham. Try to keep your times down. Good luck.
Did he say races? That's cute. Let me see what Batsuits I have. Because I know I bought a few at the Batcave. Because I like the 0-year one, but I don't know if it works well with Batman in general. Oh, I have the Vampire Batman one? I thought I had bought the Arkham one. That's cool. I'm going to use that one. Or do I want to use this one? Damn. They're both so cool. I'm going to use the purple one. The purple one's just a little bit more on brand. Let me see. What Batmobiles do I have? I think I still have all the same ones. I don't think I got any new ones yet. Yeah, it's still all the same ones. And what... Okay, she's only got the one vehicle. And her costumes. I think I saw... Oh, it's not letting me change her costumes yet. Oh wait, it didn't change Batman's either. There we go. Yeah, that looks neat. I dig that.
Let's get going. A girl doesn't have all day, you know.
Incoming driver. Anyone available at the old Gotham North? Citizens surrounded by multiple bad guys. I mean, assailants. Over.
Alright, let's get there. And I just go in circles. There we go. Let's try this one.
Leaving the vehicle would be a bad idea.
Alright, pedestrian in need. Let's help him out.
Ready to fight, Catwoman?
Oh, if I must.
Beaten already.
Okay, that wasn't so bad.
They must have known they had no chance against us.
Hell yeah. Alright, y'all. It's been good, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all watching the stream. I might stream tomorrow. I might not. I have work and they have me coming in early. If I have time, if I can make time, I'll stream again tomorrow. But if I don't, I'm definitely going to stream some more Lego Batman, probably a little bit next week. I'll probably stream like, shoot, I don't know, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that, but we'll see. Join the Discord if you want to make sure that you can tune in for, you know, the next stream. If you want to know when it's going to be, I'll keep you all updated there. But once again, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the donations, Foul. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a